the heartbreaking death of Roman Reigns after his battle with cancer. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we've got some truly surprising and heartwarming news from the WWE Universe. Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, the big dog, the man who ruled WWE with power, charisma, and dominance. But beyond the titles, beyond the battles in the ring, he was a father, a husband, a brother, and an inspiration to millions around the world. And today we face a devastating truth. After a long and courageous battle with cancer, Roman Reigns has passed away. This is the story of his fight, his legacy, and the heartbreaking farewell that has left the WWE Universe in tears. The legend of Roman Reigns. Before he became a legend, Roman Reigns was just Leati Joseph Anoa'i, a young man from the famous Anoa'i family who dreamed of greatness. From his early days in football to his eventual rise in WWE, Roman was born to be a fighter. He debuted as part of The Shield, alongside Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. Together, they took over WWE, dismantling everyone in their path. And when The Shield split, Roman stood tall and carved out his own destiny. He became a multiple-time WWE champion, headlined WrestleMania after WrestleMania, and created one of the most dominant reigns in WWE history. But Roman's greatness wasn't just about wins and titles. It was about heart. And the greatest test of that heart would come outside the ring, in the form of a battle he never asked for. The first diagnosis. In 2018, fans watched in shock as Roman Reigns stood in the middle of the WWE ring and announced something nobody expected. He revealed that he had leukemia, and he was stepping away from WWE to fight for his life. That moment broke the wrestling world. Roman Reigns, the unstoppable tribal chief, suddenly looked human, vulnerable, but he didn't hide from it. He stood tall, declaring, "I will beat this and I will be back." And he kept that promise. Months later, Roman returned, cancer in remission, and the WWE Universe erupted in one of the loudest ovations in history. That night, Roman wasn't just a champion in the ring. He was a champion of hope. But as the years passed, the fight wasn't over. Quietly, privately, Roman continued routine checkups. And then the unthinkable happened. The return of the fight. Earlier this year, rumors began to swirl about Roman's health. He appeared less frequently on WWE television. And when he did, fans noticed the exhaustion behind his usually powerful presence. Then, in a heartbreaking announcement, it was confirmed. Roman's cancer had returned. The world stopped. Fans rallied behind him. The hashtag Pray for Roman trended globally. Superstars from every brand, John Cena, Seth Rollins, the Usos, Cody Rhodes, all voiced their support. But Roman didn't want pity. He wanted to fight. He stepped away from WWE once again, not as the tribal chief, but as a father and a husband determined to win the most important battle of his life. The final battle. For months, Roman underwent treatment, chemotherapy, radiation, countless hospital visits. Through it all, he stayed strong for his family. He never complained, Juso later said. Even when he was in pain, he'd smile and say, "We're going to get through this, Jus." That's who he was. His wife, Galena, and their 5 children were his rock. He spent every moment he could with them, making memories, laughing, and reminding them that no matter what happened, he loved them more than anything. But as time went on, it became clear. Roman's battle was becoming harder to win. His body weakened. The larger-than-life tribal chief became a man fighting for every breath. In his final message to fans, Roman recorded a short video from his hospital bed. His voice was quiet, but his words were powerful. "Don't cry for me. Celebrate me. I fought my whole life. I fought for my family, for all of you, and for this business I love. If this is my last fight, just know I gave it everything I had. I love you all, and I'll always be your tribal chief." Those were the last words Roman Reigns ever shared with the WWE Universe. The world mourns. On a quiet Sunday morning, the news broke. Roman Reigns had passed away after a long and brave battle with cancer. He was 40 years old. The WWE Universe was shattered. Fans around the world flooded social media with messages of love, grief, and respect. At Monday Night Raw, WWE opened the show with a tribute. The arena was silent. A 10-bell salute rang out. Roman's video highlights played on the big screen. His victories, his battles, his iconic moments. And then a photo of him smiling with the words, "In memory of Roman Reigns." 1985 to 2025. Superstars cried openly. Seth Rollins was seen wiping away tears. The Usos stood arm in arm, unable to speak. Even Paul Heyman, Roman's greatest advocate, was in tears, his voice breaking as he whispered, "Thank you, my tribal chief." For one night, there were no storylines, no rivalries, just a family mourning one of their own. The legacy of Roman Reigns. But Roman Reigns' story doesn't end with his death. His legacy will live forever. WWE announced the creation of the Roman Reigns Foundation, dedicated to cancer research and helping families in need. Seth Rollins and the Usos pledged to oversee it, ensuring Roman's name would continue to change lives. His family spoke at an emotional memorial service. Jey Uso delivered a tearful eulogy. "He wasn't just my cousin. He was my brother. He taught me to be strong. He taught me what it means to lead. I'll carry him with me forever." And then, perhaps the most emotional moment of all, Roman's wife and children placed his wrestling boots in the center of the ring during SmackDown, as the entire locker room stood on the stage in silence. Roman Reigns gone, but never forgotten. Forever our tribal chief. Even in death, Roman Reigns remains the tribal chief. His story is not one of tragedy, but of strength. He faced every obstacle with courage. He inspired millions. From his epic battles with Brock Lesnar, to his leadership of the bloodline, to his fight against cancer, Roman Reigns proved that true greatness isn't measured by championships. It's measured by heart. And Roman had the biggest heart of them all. Today, every time we hear his theme song, every time we see the bloodline raise their fingers to the sky, we'll remember the man who made WWE feel larger than life. Roman Reigns may be gone, but his spirit will reign forever. This is not the end. This is the legacy of Roman Reigns. Rest in peace, tribal chief. You'll always be the head of the table, and you'll never stop inspiring us. And then, perhaps the most emotional moment of all, Roman's wife and children placed his wrestling boots in the center of the ring during SmackDown, as the entire locker room stood on the stage in silence. Roman Reigns gone, but never forgotten. Forever our tribal chief. Even in death, Roman Reigns remains the tribal chief. His story is not one of tragedy, but of strength. He faced every obstacle with courage. He inspired millions. From his epic battles with Brock Lesnar, to his leadership of the bloodline, to his fight against cancer, Roman Reigns proved that true greatness isn't measured by championships. It's measured by heart. And Roman had the biggest heart of them all. Today, every time we hear his theme song, every time we see the bloodline raise their fingers to the sky, we'll remember the man who made WWE feel larger than life. Roman Reigns may be gone, but his spirit will reign forever.